hey, see, this is crazy. If it's crazy for you, it's crazy for me. Respect all people that walk. Hey, you know what? Shout out to the homie Premium P. The reason I'm shouting out to homie Premium P has this thing he says when he walks into a room. It's called penitentiary rules in effect. And people will listen, what the hell does penitentiary have to do with this? According to P, penitentiary rules are respect everybody and everything around you. So until America institutes penitentiary rules, I don't want to hear nothing, man. You see the cat in Milwaukee, another brother from my hometown, got a Milwaukee TV. Sterling, he got a brother named Shannon. Just a little fun fact. He's from Chicago because his mom wanted his brothers and sisters to be like Shannon and Sterling Sharp, and both of them are professional athletes. Shout out to their mom for using something like a name to propel positive energy. My Aunt Arvis. Shout out to my Aunt Arvis. The first person who introduced me to that concept as a small child. She told me, name your child something from the Bible, and that it will propel them to glorious status. So, hey, I don't know if my Aunt Arvis is right. It sounds like it's right. It makes a lot of sense. My Aunt Arvis has never told me anything wrong, so shout out to my Aunt Arvis, man. Arvis lives to rest in peace. Love you to death. Man, love you to life. Love you eternally. I'm not going to say that love you to death there. You know what? That's kind of white. I don't know what people said anymore. But anyway, Donald Trump, the NFL owners, ESPN, and anybody else who's standing up against these young men who are standing up for human rights, I have an issue with you, and this leads me to this boycott that I spoke about the other day, and we have alternatives. Now, one of the alternatives I'm not even willing to accept, and that is Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is reopening the XFL, and as he's reopening the XFL, he openly stated it will be no kneeling. Okay, brothers, I can't tell you how to feed your family. But you know what? If you're a self-respecting brother and seeing how that league is not coming out in 2020, please, brothers, I understand you love the game of football. I was one of those brothers that loved the game of football. The AAF, American Alliance Football League, is starting next year. So maybe you need to get in right there, you know, and tell Vince McMahon to kick rocks and flip-flops. Because, again, you need to be aligning yourself with people who understand your plight. And someone who is ignoring your plight, you need to turn your back on them and only deal with them if you have to. And you don't have to deal with the XFL. The American Football Alliance, I do believe this is going to be a very interesting league. Bill Polian is one of the greatest masterminds and team builders. Hopefully he can build a league the way he built teams like the Carolina Panthers, like the Buffalo Bills. Carolina Panthers went to the Super Bowl, one of the fastest team to get to expansion team to get to the playoffs and the Super Bowl in NFL history. He in turn goes up to Buffalo and masterminds the blueprint. It lays down the blueprint and masterminds the plan that puts together Hall of Famer Jim Kelly, Hall of Famer Thurman Thomas, Hall of Famer Andre Reed, Hall of Famer Bruce Smith, and should be Hall of Famer Cornelius Bennett, but that's another conversation for another time. And then, after leaving Buffalo, they go to 4 Super Bowls they lost, but you know what? It's strange, LeBron fun fact, LeBron hater fact. It's amazing how Jim Kelly and Bruce Smith and that crew, they're great for losing 4 straight Super Bowls, for LeBron James is a bum, and he's won 3 NBA titles. Allow me to digress. But then Bill Polian goes down to Indianapolis and puts together a machine with the help of him, Tony Dungy, Jim Moore Jr., Jim Moore Sr., and Peyton Manning, and create that machine that we know. That's the 2000s, late 90s and 2000s, early 2000s, Indianapolis Colts. And that machine ran for 12, 15 years, going to 2 Super Bowls, losing 1, winning 1, and going to countless playoffs, consecutive years, winning 10 games. So Bill Polian doing this And Bill Polian has never struck me as a person who is he has anything but the best interest of the game. And when you have the best interest of the game in mind, you'll put yourself in a situation to whereas you can excel because you're getting the best talent, not just trying to deal with people who think like you, who move like you, and who are in the same position as you. And because the only way the entire thing works, people, is as a community of humans, we move in the same direction. And if we're not moving in the same direction and pushing towards the same goals, then we have discrimination, we have hate, we have a bunch of other things. So shout out to Bill Polian for doing his best to bring some diversity and things that they made to the AAFL, and hopefully there is football news out there with the New England Patriots, but as you guys know, I told you, I'm not going to do a whole lot of conversation. In the event that you call and you want to talk football, I'm forced to look to keep myself abreast of what's going on in the NFL. But I'm not going to do a whole lot of conversation. I'm not going to have a whole lot of dialogue about the NFL because it's pretty short out tail to NFL. They telling me to hell with my culture. They telling me to hell with my community. They telling me to hell with my brothers and sisters who are being shot dead in the street, brutalized. You got women being beat up by cops. You got officers doing all type of felonious. I don't really want to talk about it, but 760-888-5753. If you would like to talk about it, I'm forced to be educated about it because this is a sports show, and I cannot allow my interests to interfere with educating my listeners and having dialogue with my listeners because you guys have been rocking with me for almost 3 years. So whereas I'm not going to be watching, I will be educating myself about football. I'm not going to be watching football. What I will do is watch the NFL Network, keep myself abreast. I'll watch the NFL Network highlight shows to find out what's going on and the decisions that are being made, so I know what to talk about, what you guys talk about potentially. But me personally, in regards to sitting down watching a football game, it's not going to happen. I'm not even going to do that. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not even doing that because I'm dead serious. It really bothers me. It annoys the hell out of me, and it's a situation where I'm not going to participate in that. And if you don't understand, people in my community don't want to be shot dead, don't want to be abused, don't want to be followed, don't want to be harassed, that's an issue that you have, and I'm not even looking into it. Hey, it's a situation that you need to deal with. You need to come to grips with it. We're not animals. We're not violent. We're no more violent than anybody in your house, your neighborhood, your community. So please miss me with that nonsense. I ain't trying to hear it. And 6 minutes and 21 seconds left in the first quarter. The Cleveland Cavaliers have doubled up. The Golden State Warriors have 8. At this point, the Cleveland Cavaliers have 16. It's going to be an interesting way to go. I'm quite sure the homie LeBron James is doing his thing. Let me look at the numbers. He's 2 for 4. In the first quarter, he has 4 points. He has 2 assists. And he has 2 rebounds. LeBron James is doing his LeBron James thing. He's going to need some help. And that leads me right into the NBA Finals. LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers, contrary to popular belief, and this is something I told you guys, I'm not going to do this. 760-888-5753. I would love to have a conversation with anybody who would like to talk about it. But I'm not going to do the whole, LeBron James ain't better than Michael Jordan. I'm not going to do that anymore. And I'm not going to ever, under any circumstances, defend what LeBron James has done as an athlete. Because what LeBron James has done as an athlete is second to none. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Michael Jordan. I don't care if you're Will Chamberlain. I don't care if you're Bill Russell or anybody else in the history of sport. LeBron James is doing things that we've never seen before. And the fact that we still have people doubting him and we have people saying he's not this and he's not that. Hey, the last time I checked, that young man's mother named him LeBron James because she didn't want him to be Michael Jordan. You can compare him to Michael Jordan. You can say this and say that. But at the end of the day, in my sports debating and watching of the entertaining of the world of sports and things of that nature since I've been a kid. Once you win a championship, you're a made man. That was the way I was always taught. You win a championship, you're a made man. And LeBron James is a made man 3 times over. A lot of people don't want to give him credit for it, but I don't care. But what I would like to talk about is the fact that the brother LeBron James is in the NBA Finals, and what I want to know is how is it that people, and I had a close friend say this to me, I totally disagree. I disagree with him as much as I would disagree with 2 plus 2 is 16. Or 2 plus 2 is 100. Or 2 plus 2 is 2 million. I can't pick a number big enough to identify how much I disagree with my friend. And he was trying to explain to me that the Bulls, Michael Jordan's Bulls, had less talent on it than LeBron James' Cavs. And when he was saying that, and he continued to beat that drum, so, and I just simply asked him one question. Okay, if that's the case, who would be LeBron James and Scottie Pippen? You know, we are living in this sports cycle whereas, for whatever reason, we're tearing down this young man. And what I would like to present to people is this. Let's just say LeBron James is not better than Michael Jordan. You guys are never going to say he is. You're never going to say, man, he's better than Michael Jordan. So, okay, I will capitulate. I will give in. I will give up. Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James. Not a problem. Now that we've established the fact that Michael Jordan is better than LeBron James, why is it that this conversation eats you alive to that point? Because I've had the pleasure of watching Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and then I watched the next greatest center I've ever seen, Hakeem Olajuwon. Then I saw the next greatest center I've ever seen, and the last great center, Shaquille O'Neal. Now, there's always been a debate. Who's better? Is Kareem better than Hakeem? Is Shaq better than Hakeem and Kareem? Yada, yada, yada. The homie Brian Cook, shout out to the homie Brian Cook. The brother always supports the show. We got mad love for him. He's on the spot. Certain people he don't think will translate. But the reason I respect Brian Cook's opinion so much is this. Brian Cook has a line of thinking that goes along with his opinion. Brian Cook is a brother who is not trying to denigrate another athlete. He's just saying, I disagree. When we're speaking about the LeBron Jameses of the world and how if they are or are not better than Michael Jordan, I find myself having a conversation with brothers and sisters, and they telling me that LeBron James is overrated and he's a bum and this, that, and the third. And I'm trying to understand, what exactly are you watching? And what is the standard that he's being held to? Because the new thing is LeBron doesn't play any defense. I mean, maybe, just maybe, I'm crazy. I have no problem being wrong. Every day I'm wrong about something. So maybe I've gone crazy, but I remember just in this since 2011. Since 2011, maybe I'm wrong. I remember LeBron James, Derrick Rose wins MVP, and LeBron James is asked. Derrick Rose was going crazy out there, killing him, and LeBron James was asked to guard Derrick Rose, and he stifled Derrick Rose. He contained him. The next year, he was asked, to defend Paul Pierce, one of the best offensive guys I've ever seen in my life. And he did a pretty good job against Paul Pierce. I've seen LeBron James defend Kobe Bryant. I've seen LeBron James defend a younger LeBron James defend a younger Kevin Durant. I've seen LeBron James defend Kevin Garnett. I've seen LeBron James defend Paul George. So this narrative of LeBron James does not play defense, I just don't understand it. I mean, look, folks, I am not a fan of Kobe Bryant. I am